Yeah, hi friends. My name is Sudhi Chandan, and welcome back to my channel, Energy Environment Education. Friends, this is part D of chapter 2.1, Fuel and Combustion. So anybody who is preparing for the exam, energy auditor exam, energy measure exam, for them these videos are very much important. And this is part D, part A, part B, part C. Already have made videos on and uploaded. So all those videos are also equally important as this video is. And so you can go through those videos and you can come back to part D then, because a lot of points and key areas and key important questions I already discussed even on part A, part B, part C of this chapter. So you can go through those three videos also, friends. And as far as this video is concerned, here also a lot of important points will be discussed in the coming slides. So one appeal is there before I begin the video, that please do subscribe the channel, friends. It's not yet done, because it's really going to motivate me to prepare more such videos in coming days. And also I would like to let you know that this is the any cost is not included, any it's free of cost. You can just subscribe the channel, friends. And also please do share these videos among your colleagues and friends whom you think these videos can help them also accordingly for preparation of their exam, friends. So and also please do share your comments and feedbacks and inputs. These things are really going to help me out to prepare videos in coming days, friends. Also please do like the video if you really think it's worthwhile for you and helping you out somehow in your exam preparation, friends. So that's it. Let's start the video now, friends. So here's the content, friends. Basically in this particular video I'm going to discuss on the four key points, key areas. The first thing is the oil firing burner, second thing is the low and high pressure gas burners, and third thing is the combustion of biomass, and fourth thing is the draft system. So all these 4 points I'm going to discuss in this particular video, friends, and hopefully this will be helping you in your exam preparation, friends, somehow. So coming to the first part, the oil firing burners is an important area where in exam they may ask you to explain the burner part. First of all, you should understand what is burner all about and why it is important and how it functions basically, friends. These things are very much important. You can be asked to write short notes also on the burner, friends. So just see what is burner all about. The burner is a principal device for the firing of fuel. Primary function of burner is to atomize fuel to millions of small droplets so that the surface area of the fuel is increased, enabling the intimate contact with oxygen of air. So burner is very much important for the mixing of air and fuel, friends. Finally, the fuel droplets are atomized more readily when the particles come in contact with the oxygen in the air and burn. So basically, for burning of fuel, for fuel combustion, burners play a very much important role, because it helps mixing of proper mixing of air and fuel, friends. So it also atomizes, it breaks the fuel into small droplets, friends. So this is the main key function of the burner that you should understand. Normally atomization is carried out by primary air and completion of combustion is ensured by secondary air. This is also key area, because they may also ask you to make you explain what is primary air and what is secondary air, or they may ask you to explain the difference between the primary air and secondary air, or the functions that the primary air and the secondary air performs. So this question can be asked in different ways. So these are the key areas, key points in this part of the chapter, friends. Burners of for fuel also can be classified on the basis of technique to prepare the fuel for burning, that is atomization. So this is very much important. What is a burner all about? Why burners are important, and the key area function of the burner, and the difference between the primary air and the secondary air, friends. This is very much important for this part of the chapter, friends. Now this picture is very much important, because they may give you this picture and they may ask you to explain the entire picture. This picture is asked number of times in the exam earlier also, may come in the future exam also, friends. So basically if you see this picture, you have the fuel here and the air. And air also is two types of air, the primary air and secondary air, the concept that I already have discussed in the last slide, friends. So this is the what entire explanation is all about in this particular picture, friends. So you can see here figure 1.4. So the simplified burner head, air is brought into the head by means of forced draft blower or fan. Fuel is metered into the head. So basically here two things are supplied here. One thing is fuel, second thing is the air. And air also of two types, the primary air and the secondary air. Yes, here. In order to get a proper combustion, the air molecules must be thoroughly mixed with the fuel molecules before they actually burn. Air in the center is the primary air. That's what I said. Center air is the primary air, and the air used for atomization, and the one surrounding is the secondary air. So this is the entire concept of the air supply and the primary air and the secondary air. That's what I discussed in the last slide, friends. So this is very much important. This figure is very much important for you to understand, and what it speaks basically. Those things you need to understand and explain while they ask when they ask you in the exam, friends. Also, one more important part of the chapter is the better burner design will be one that is able to properly mix the air and fuel. So basically, entire concept deals with the mixing of the air and the fuel, and burner concept is entirely dealt with the mixing of the air and fuel. So better the burner design will be the one that is able to properly mix the air and fuel and at the lowest possible airflow or excess air. So the burner should be as such there where the excess air is negligible. That's what I discussed in the earlier video also, that the excess air supply should be as low as possible for proper combustion, and also proper mixing of air and fuel should be also done. For that reason only the burner is very much important and plays a really vital role in the combustion of fuel, friends. And also one more important point is here the turn down ratio. An important aspect to be considered in section of burner is the turn down ratio. So they may also ask you to explain this particular point. What is turn down ratio? The turn down ratio is the relationship between the maximum and minimum fuel input without affecting the excess air level. So the maximum and minimum fuel input is called the ratio of maximum and minimum fuel input is called the turn down ratio. For example, a burner whose maximum input is 20 to 50,000 kilocalorie and minimum rate is 50,000 kilocalorie has a turn down ratio of 5:1. So this is very much important, and they may also give you some exam in objective questions. They may give you these two figures, and they may ask you to calculate the turn down ratio. It has already come in different exams earlier. May also come in the future exam, friends. So in this particular slide, you can see here what is burner all about, how it functions, the air and primary air, secondary air, and fuel supply, how it mixes. All these things are here dealt with. Then the turn down ratio is also important from this part of the chapter, friends, which you must remember. For the calculation part also, this is a simple formula you can apply to calculate the turn down ratio, and also for update questions or the short step questions where they may ask you to explain the turn down ratio, friends. So this is a very much important part of the chapter, and number of questions you can expect in different ways in the exam, friends. Now again, the burner can be classified into two different types, the low and the high pressure. Based on the pressure also, the the burners can be classified, or you can differentiate it. So there are two types of burners. One is a low pressure gas burners. The other one is a high pressure gas burners. So I'm not going to explain you in detail here. Everything is mentioned here. You can just go through and read it out. But you should understand there are two types of gas burners, or as far as pressure is concerned. So the important thing in all gas burning devices is correct air and gas mixture. That's what I discussed earlier in slides also at the burner tip. That is, air and gas mixing is very much important. And low pressure burners using gas at a pressure less than 0.15 kg per second. So this particular figure is also important for you to understand. So this is what about the low pressure. Similarly, you have the high pressure gas mixture. Energy of the gas jet air draws air into mixing chamber and delivers. The entire thing is mentioned here. I mean, it's not needed to explain you here, so I'm just skipping it out. So but you must understand there are two different type of the gas burners based on the pressure, and they can be asked as a difference, or they may also be asked to explain the low and high pressure gas burners. So easy explanations given here. You must go, just read it out and understand, friends, what is it all about. Now again, this is also important part of the chapter where they may ask you to explain this entire picture. They may name it A, B, C, D, different components, different parts of this, boiler section, and you may be asked to first of all name these parts, and then you need to explain the functioning of the working principle of the entire section, friends. So basically, this is a boiler-based combustion boiler, biomass-based combustion boiler, friends, where the biomass is used to generate the steam. So I'm not going to explain again here detail. This is already given in the chapter. You can just read it out. Otherwise, just for easy explanation, you can see the fuel is fed from this side. Also, biomass is also fed, and here the steam is out, as taken out as an output here. So this is the entire concept of the biomass based boiler, where the coal is not used. Instead of coal or any other fuel here, biomass is burned to generate the steam here, friends. This is the entire concept of this part of chapter, friends. So just you go through the chapter, this part of chapter, just read it, the entire explanation given here and the technology which is given here, and just they may ask you to explain briefly this part, or maybe they may ask you to explain the biomass combustion in a boiler as a whole, friends. Now coming to the draft system is also important, because number of time questions have come from this part of the chapter. The draft system Either they give you the two types of draft system and they ask you to explain it, or is they all name this all these draft system and they ask you to explain as a short answer question, friends, or a part of long answer question. So basically, natural draft and mechanical draft are the two types of draft system, and also mechanical draft is again categorized into balanced draft, induced draft, and the forced draft. So let's see what is natural draft all about. It is a draft produced by a chimney alone. It is caused by the difference in weight between the column of hot gas inside the chimney and the column of outside air. So the difference between the inside air and outside air leads to the draft here. This is very, and also it is naturally occurred. It's not any mechanism is not used for this draft system. It's all natural. So only the difference between the temperature of the air inside the chimney and outside chimney leads to the draft, friend. So being much lighter than outside air, chimney flue gas tends to rise, and the heavier outside air flows in through the ash pit to take its place. This is the entire concept of the how the natural draft performs. Again, coming to mechanical draft, it is draft artificially. So this is natural draft and this is a artificial draft. So this is the major difference between the two type of systems, and three basic type of draft systems are there: the balanced draft, the induced draft, and the forced draft. In case of balanced draft, you have the forced draft. FD fan blower pushes air into the furnace, and an induced draft fan draws gases into the chimney, thereby providing draft to remove the gases from the boiler. So there are two systems here. One is the forced FD fan, the other one is the ID fan. FD fan pushes the, or you can say FD blower pushes air into the furnace, and ID fan draws gases into the chimney. So there are two fans used here when the balanced draft system is used, and the pressure is maintained between 0.05 to 0.10 inch of water gauge from below atmospheric pressure in the case of boilers, and slightly positive for heating and heat treatment furnaces, friends. In case of induced draft, an induced draft fan draws enough draft for flow into the furnace, causing the products of combustion to discharge. So here basically the only the one draft is used here. Basically the induced draft is used here, and in this case any four FD fan is not used. Only the ID fan is used in this case. This is called the induced draft system, friends. Again, the forced draft system uses a fan to deliver the air to the furnace, forcing combustion products to flow through the unit up to the stack. So basically, if you see the difference here between the three type of systems, in this system you have the FD fan, ID fan, both are used here. In this case, only the ID fan is used. In this case, only the FD fan is used. These are the three major, draft systems in case of the mechanical draft. And in the case of natural draft, there is no ID fan, there is no FD fan. Only the pressure, the temperature difference between the inside air, inside chimney, and outside air is used to, generate the draft system, friends. It's automatically, and it's the, artificially, you know, done. So this is all about expression about the draft system, friends. So with this, I am ending the part D also, friends, and part A, part B, part C, part D of the has covered almost the entire chapter, that is fuel and combustion, friends. I hope you must have gone through all the parts, part A, part B, part C, and also please go through this part D, and this all the four parts I have divided the entire chapter into, so for your easy explanation and understanding, and hopefully this will help you out in your exam preparation, friends. So please do connect with me, and this is my mobile number, this is my email ID. You can message me, or you can write it down in my email ID, and feedback if you have. Also please do subscribe my channel, as I appealed to you earlier. Also please do subscribe my channel. I'm not getting too many subscribers, friends, and this is really demotivating for me. Otherwise I would not be able to prepare more videos in the coming days, friends. So please do subscribe my channel such that I get motivated and prepare many such videos in the coming days. Also, please do press the bell icon so that you get the instant notification as soon as I post a new video in coming days, friends. And also please do share the video as much as possible among your colleagues and friends, whoever you think is effective for them also in the exam preparation. Also please like and comment. Your comments are valuable for me also, friends. You have a bit of feedback for me, which is not I'm not getting it right now. Please do submit your comments, any queries if you have, on my email ID, or also on video. You can just post your comments, friends. This is really helpful for me. So that's it for today. I'll just again prepare a new video, and hopefully you will also get back to me again, connect with me on other videos also, friends. So keep watching the videos. So that's all for today, and hopefully this video also will help you on your exam preparation, friends. So that's all, and have a nice day.